I was going to say Virgo, and I knew I could see Libra in my third eye. Like, what the fuck? Why does that happen? I don't understand. Maybe we're getting some, like, hermit energy coming in with good old Libra. It's been over 3 weeks. I'm still sick. I don't... I'm trying not to take it personally anymore, you know? I'm just somewhat of a healthy person, and I don't really understand what's going on. Like, I'm not that healthy, but I'm not dying. Very weird. So, I don't know. Maybe something's just not getting better. I don't know. Pardon me. You know, I did see on YouTube quite a bit, like when I'm out there surfing around, sometimes when I'm bored, I see these videos that come up recently that are saying people are wondering how you're still alive, how this sickness hasn't killed you, stuff like that. So I don't know, man, maybe somebody's got some sickness death wishes on some people and it's just not working, you know, like you're sick but you're not that sick. Like there's a couple people that I'm work with right now that are sick but they're not that sick and they're still working, you know, like they're just kind of fighting it off. Like maybe we're fighting something off right now. I don't know, Libra. I mean, it's the scales of justice, right? So oh my god, one card came out. I wonder what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Should I let you see it first? That's it. I haven't seen it. I can't see it. Oh, what is it? Ooh, Two of Presents. With the Page of Needles in reverse. We got these guys horsing around here in reverse. So it looks like they're trying to trap something. The little kids. They're trying to trap something. It didn't work. Right? It's not going to work because it's in reverse. So Two of Pentacles with a trap in reverse. Okay, someone's been trying to build something and it's not working. Like now I see that they've used money. Okay, there's the Three of Wands. And the Four of Wands in reverse. Maybe it's these people. These little buggers came in reverse, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's them. Temperance. We got the Lovers. With now a second Queen. Oh my God, look at, there you are. Justice. There's Justice right there. Oh my God, this is such a fucking Libra reading. Which I obviously knew it was going to be. And now the way that I'm seeing this is Justice is leading the reading now. Justice is leading the reading. Okay, let me go through this for a second. So there's definitely a fight. Definitely like a standstill. Oh my gosh, you know what I was thinking of this morning? Maybe this is why. So I was thinking of the movie No Country for Old Men. I don't know if you know that movie, but it's fucking awesome. It's an awesome movie. And in the movie, Benicio del Toro, I believe that is, he kind of plays like this reaper through the whole thing, right? And he carries around this coin, and he lets the coin decide people's fate, if they're gonna live or die. It's kind of like Two-Face, but in No Country for Old Men, it's way more badass than in Batman. Okay, so there's this one part of the movie where he goes to this gas station and he sees this old man. And he's talking to this old man, and he realizes that the old man inherited the gas station through his wife. And he's like, you inherited it from your wife? So he's trying to figure out how manly this guy is. Like he's sizing up, he sizes up people basically, right? And then the old guy doesn't even know what's coming. He's like, fucking heads or tails. And he's like, well, what are we flipping for? And he goes, we're flipping for everything, heads or tails. And he doesn't want to call it, because you don't want to call a coin unless you know what it's being flipped for. So fine, the old man decides to play, and he goes heads. Flips it, and it turns out to be heads. So the old man doesn't die. Then he gives the coin to the old man, and the old man goes to put the coin in his pocket. And he goes, don't put that coin in your pocket. And he goes, why? Where else am I supposed to put it? And he goes, if you put it in your pocket, it becomes like every other coin. He doesn't realize that that coin just saved his life. Okay, so I'm getting this trap. Okay, this page of needles in reverse. There's a trap. There was a trap around you. And somebody paid a lot of money, okay, for this trap. 6 of Pentacles, okay? They put a lot into this, okay? And it's like, they know that it was going to cost them some money, okay? I think this person has multiple personalities, okay? And I think they've got evil friends around them. Okay, and that's why this was a standstill, because all it is at the end of the day is fucking energy. It's you versus them. If you're going to back down, you back down, but it's your life. So are you going to back down on your life? Probably not. Even subconsciously, you're not just going to back down from things, okay? People have probably been put in your path. They've probably been put in the road along the way. So then you build up your confidence. So then you learn how to strike back. So then you learn how to protect yourself. So then you grow a fucking set of balls, right? And that you don't let people walk all over you. So this person had the intention to walk all over you because they had money. And they were like, okay, am I going to play funny here? Or am I going to play like I want to rip this person's face off? And, like... this Queen of Potions, okay, and this Queen of Needles, it's almost like somebody is so far in their emotions, okay, that this is obviously the woman that, the feminine energy that has joined this 4 of Pentacles, okay, and she's coming in the Queen of Needles and the Queen of Cups. Okay, and then she carries around this little like posse with her. And I'm just saying it's a she because it's feminine energy, okay? It's bitch energy, bitchness energy, okay? So this female comes in, okay, and actually, you know what? It could be a lesbian. Actually, I was thinking of these 2 lesbians the other day. I was trying to buy a pot shop a few years ago, and my mom was going to give me the money to put up front to buy this weed shop. So I was talking to these lesbians about it. And then all of a sudden, once they knew that I had the down payment to get the shop, they stopped talking to me. And I was going to pay them. I was going to work with them to see how they opened up their shop. Like, that's what I was going to do. My mom had the money. So I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'm going to work with these 2 lesbians, and I'm going to try to figure it out how to do this. And I'm calling them lesbians because that's how they introduce themselves. Okay. Sometimes when people are gay, it's like just a status to them. They just want people to know. That's it. And it's not even about the girlfriend or the boyfriend. They just want to say they're gay, right? These girls wanted to talk about how gay they were, okay? All the time. I don't care. It's not any fucking business of mine what you do with yourself or whose pussy you're licking, fucking all that shit. I don't care, okay? That's not my issue here. That's not my mission on life. It's who people are dating, okay? But it almost seems like these 2 lesbians here, okay? I'm pretty sure I'm picking up 2 lesbians, okay? It's like one is just overbearing on the other. So one of these, and like when I say 2 lesbians, it literally could be a man and a woman together, but they're both in their feminine energies. Okay, the man doesn't know that he has balls and that he's supposed to be masculine. And the woman, right, is just too busy with her I'm better than everybody face that nobody even fucking looks at her. She's that person that nobody wants to deal with. Okay, at customer service, they don't want to serve them. They don't want to be anywhere near them because this bitch's nose is so fucking high to the ceiling. It's redonkulous. I can't stand people like that. Okay? So it's like one of these people is just helping the other one. Like, do you see how she's like grabbing her chest? You know, she's like, my everything is how I feel. Okay. But the thing is that she's got temperance here for a reason, which means it's not balancing energy. She has to turn it balancing, which is why justice has to prevail. Somebody has to stand up and say something. Okay, there's always these people, you realize, that stand up and say something in the middle of a crowd. They don't care. You could punch them in the face. They don't care, right? Because to them, it's life. You know, like was my sister and I last night where we're going to buy kill your local pedophile stickers for our car, and kill all pedophile shirt from Struggle Jennings. I was going to order us a bunch of kill all pedophile shit. And then I was like, wait a second, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wear that around because for one, if we put a sticker on my car, if a pedophile walks by, you just smash our windows. You know, I could work with a pedophile right now. Like, you don't know where the pedophiles are. They're like 1 in every like 7 people or something like that is a fucking registered fucking pedo, right? So like, do you really want to start a war? Like, you have to be ready to start a war. Okay, you have to be ready and you have to have your people with you. And I think that this person thinks that because she has her people, okay, that she can just come at you. But the thing is with you is that you don't want this army behind you. You just want to live. You just want to be let go, okay, of these reins. These two lovers that are just using their feelings to hurt other people. That's all they're doing, okay? They had a choice to make. What am I going to do with money? Like, maybe somebody just inherited some money or they got some money. Or they just simply decided, you know what, I've got this extra money. I'm just going to try to trap this person now. And I'm going to use this money and I'm going to get somebody. It's almost like they, 7 of candles. Yo, I'm telling you, 7 of wands. Like, somebody has seriously, like, you have to stand up for yourself. Okay. You have to stand up for yourself. Because this person, okay, these queens, they could be sending you an army because they think that you're weak and they think that they're strong. They think it's strong to stand with an army instead of stand on your own with confidence, right? I'm not saying stand alone for the rest of your life, but I'm saying that you shouldn't have to stand with a crowd to feel powerful. You should be able to feel powerful on your own because you are powerful. You know, like, we have things called the cops that we can call, you know, like we have abilities to be able to stretch out and expand so we don't get hurt, right? There are people out there that can help you, right? Like, this person can't just feel like they're allowed to do whatever they want to you because you're weak or because you're alone. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm sorry, 10 of Candles in reverse and the 8 of Candles in reverse with the 4 of fucking needles, 4 of swords. Honestly, the way that I kind of see this is somebody's going to have to take a little bit of time out after they deal with this. Okay. Clearly somebody wants you to give up. Okay. They think that they have the ability to scare you so bad into giving up. But the thing is that you didn't give up. And actually, you know what happened at my work? This is wrapping into this, okay? Because this could be where you work, okay? Like, someone's fucking with money, okay? And that's where this is where it's taking a turn, okay? So I was at my work and there's this amazing bartender. He's amazing. But the reason, like, I have just respect for him in general, okay? So then I was working with him on the weekend and then poof, I saw him do 2 very, very, very illegal things. And I was just right there. I just happened to be the most noticeable fly on the wall when he fucked up twice. And basically the sum of the story is when it comes to your work, if somebody's trying to fuck with you and it's not justified, then they're going to do something illegal right in front of you. So then all the chips suddenly fall into your lap. Suddenly I realized, whoa, I have complete control of this guy now. Complete control. His balls are mine for a long time. Okay. And he was pretty fucking rude to me. And then I saw him the other day and he cowered like a dog. Cowered. Wouldn't even look at me. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know, these people that are fucking around trying to get you in trouble, trying to get you fired or you to back down, okay, because they want to fight you, 8 of Wands, okay, they want to try to scare you. So basically what I heard in my head was this guy, because he did 2 illegal things, he wanted me to quit. And so I was getting these psychic attacks like, you need to get out of here. You need to find a new job. You don't belong here. And then I was like, wait a second. He doesn't belong here. Because now he is fucking up. I belong here because this is my job right now. If I didn't belong here, I wouldn't have it. But he's kind of teetering on the line about you still, even though you've been at a place for a long time, you still have to bust your ass. Okay, you still have to show your boss that you want to be there, right? And it doesn't matter if it's back of house. It doesn't matter if it's front of house. It doesn't matter if it's management. It doesn't matter if it's the person who works in the desk beside you or the person that's working across from you for the last 10 years, right? Sometimes people get comfortable because of the money, okay? And then once they feel like their back's like up against the wall because you saw them do something or you read an email that wasn't supposed to be sent or something happened, you now have the upper hand. That's what I'm getting. That's why you're standing as justice, because somebody stood up for you, which then put them up against the wall. So it's almost like, you know what I feel like? Oh my gosh. You know what I feel like? I feel like you just came up against all 4 of these people at the same time. And guess what? You beat them. Because people seem to think that strength only lies in numbers. Oh, you've got to have the biggest pecs, or you've got to weigh the most, or you've got to have the most people with you, or you've got to have the ability to drink the most beer and act the most powerful, blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's all just fucking smoke. It's just a smoke show, right? It's all just smoke show. It's all just see what you can do while the people are around you, and then as soon as everybody leaves, the fucking show's over. Like some of these fucking celebrities that put on these shows and everything, and you think like, oh, that's their life all the time. Like, no, they go back to regular life. Okay. It's not just about the TV show. Most people's lives are fucking awful. Okay. They only film the good parts. They don't film the bad parts. And when they film their so-called bad parts that they say are bad parts, they're not actually bad parts. They're mediocre parts that everybody goes through. But because they're so dramatic and so interesting, people want to watch it, right? And that's what I feel like this 4 of Candles was about. Is like what they wanted to do with these 2 feminine energies is that they were just entertaining it. That's it. They were getting paid for something anyways, and so they were just entertaining it. And then they didn't realize, I think these people didn't realize, like all of a sudden that somebody was going to ask for you to be kind of taken out. They were like, wait a second, what? You just kind of told us to like fuck around with her a little bit. You didn't say that we were going to fucking have this person killed. You didn't say that we were going to fucking kidnap them. Like somebody, it's like, you know, those parts of the movies where the bad guy, you know, like he just gets a bunch of punk kids to work for him, and then he tells them one thing, but that's not the mission. All of a sudden these kids realize once they get back to the mansion and they got the person there that they have to kill them, when you know, the person just said, you told us we were just picking them up. You never said that this was going to be armed robbery and kidnapping and assault and then murder, right? Like, it's like somebody didn't fill these people in with the fine print on what this was going to be, on how they wanted you to forfeit. I was like, what's that word? You know, like if you ever played sports and you didn't have enough players didn't show up, right? You'd have to forfeit the game. It's like these people forfeited. They were like, you didn't fill us in on the fine print. Like, you can't do that. You can't tell us to do something. Like, we just thought this was supposed to be spontaneous. We were going to stand up for you for a bit. Then we were going to get this person to back down because that's what it is somebody lied. You know, they must have said that you were a threat in some way. And, you know, so this person is probably the kind of person, or this group of people, or these lesbians, or whoever they are, okay? They're obviously those people that like to cry wolf. Like, that's what I'm getting from this Queen of Cups. Like, she cries wolf. You know, like, oh, everybody's picking on me, and I don't understand why nobody likes me. When she's talking shit to the boss, she's talking shit behind your back, she's talking shit to your friends. You know, like, anybody who works together, listen, you are allowed to chit chat about each other, okay? Because this is not like the fucking Brady Bunch family, okay? Like, people, you're gonna bump heads and you're gonna talk about each other to other people, okay? That's what work is, okay? That's a work relationship. Everybody talks about each other, you know, sometimes it's good things, sometimes it's bad things, okay? But what these people didn't anticipate was to attack you, okay? Because that wasn't the plan. The plan was to just be on these girls' sides for a bit, okay? So then you back down. But then all of a sudden she was like, okay, well, we're going to plan to get her fired. We're going to plan to get her killed. Or him. We're going to plan to end his life. We're going to plan to break up his marriage. We're going to plan to do this. And nobody else is on board. Okay. And I saw this in my dreams again with my landlord. He was doing such awful things to me and my sister that finally we had to lay down. Okay. Where then he took a piss on us, and there were these bystanders watching him, right? And they were told that my sister and I were evil people, and that we did all this stuff to my landlord and he deserved to do this to us. But then as we were laying down, we still had our voices. So I was like, he's done this to us, he's done this to us, and now he's forced us to lay down so he can take a piss on us and mark his territory. And these people, these bystanders that were watching this in my dream went, oh, no. We were told something different. We were not told that he did this. We were just told the little things that you and your sister supposedly did. Because for the most people only hear one side of the story. Right? They go with one person's side of the story and they don't ask the other person. And what they don't understand is if they were to ask that other person, it would complete the story. Because of course, if someone's being picked on and they did something, they're not going to tell you, oh, by the way, yeah, well, I fucking smashed her or fucking slashed her tires last week. That's why she came back and slashed mine. They're just hearing that your tires got slashed or that you lost your job. But they're not hearing that this person forced somebody out beforehand or something like that, you know? So it's like this person didn't tell the full truth. They only told a quarter of it. So when they got these people to start doing shit against you, these people finally had to take a step back and go like, wait a second, we like this person. We're not going to hurt her. She's not doing, or him, you know, like somebody had the intentions because their ego got hurt. Their little hearts got hurt. So then they expected people to stand up for them and go and stab you in the back. This person needs to deal with their emotions. And if they're feeling something, that means they're alive and they're feeling their emotions. And now they want to shut it down and come and hurt you so then they don't feel emotions? What the fuck? No wonder temperance showed up, because temperance is the only thing that's going to be like, you need to balance your emotions like mad fucking quick. If you're crying all the time because something's going on, listen, you need to deal with your emotions. If you're angry all the time because something's going on, listen, you need to deal with your emotions. You need to get it out. These people downstairs, man, they always think my sister and I fight. It's so funny. They're like, oh, I heard your sister and I fight. I heard you and your sister fighting last night. That sounded really good. Because we're always like, fuck you, fuck. You know what we're doing though? Is when, because we're in such a bad place right now that we vent. My sister and I vent. So we end up screaming, but we're just screaming. That's we're not screaming at each other. We're going, fuck our fucking landlord. He's a fucking piece of shit. He doesn't deserve us. But they think that we're talking to each other. So they think that we're yelling at each other when really we're just venting, right? That's how we do it. We vent. This is our house. If we want to yell and scream in it, guess what? We're going to yell and scream with it. And we're just going to let it loose. My sister and I have never yelled at each other. Like in the past, like, oh my God, the last time I think we had a full blown fight where we actually were yelling at each other, I was like 17. And we haven't fought when we're grown-ups. Like we don't. We air our shit out. We vent. And it's always about our parents, or it's about our landlords, or it's about my sister's ex-husband, or it's about an ex of mine that's fucking stalking me, or it's something going on. And we vent about it and we yell about it and we get it out of our systems. You know, we're yelling fuck you to the universe sometimes. We're yelling fucking go blow me to our fucking landlord. But because we don't say names, we're just swearing, right? People don't actually understand what we're doing. So they think we're screaming at each other. And I'm like, well, that's what happens when you don't ask. If you were to just come over and ask, hey, what's going on over there? Are you guys okay? We'd be like, oh, we're just venting shit out about our landlord. What's going on with you? Because we're not angry people, right? So like these people always see us. We have these beautiful smiles on our faces and they're like, but you guys were just fighting upstairs, we heard you. And we're like, no, we don't fight. We don't fight. We're not going to fight. We air our shit out. So like, you have to learn how to air your shit out. If you don't, you know, like, get it out of your system, go for a drive and scream about your boss, scream about your roommate, do it, get it out of you. So then you don't bottle things up. So then you let your emotions go. Like, I cried at work the other night. You know, this motherfucker made me cry. He called me a fucking retard. Okay. And this whole town loves him. And I don't understand it. How can you call somebody, how can you have respect for somebody that belittles women? Belittles women, right? And actually, this guy that did that to me in this town, one of my greatest customers that comes in every day. Honestly, I see him every day because he works around the corner. He comes in and he was actually friends with this guy. Not really good friends with him, but like kind of, you know, like I said, everybody knows this fucking dude where I live. I don't know why. Okay. He's a loser that won't go home, I guess. I don't know. Right. But we have these like really loyal customers that still come in every day. And so this one guy has slowly become my favorite person in the entire world. And he now doesn't like this guy. He doesn't look at him the same. He doesn't talk to him the same. I mean, I had a really intense conversation with him about this guy. And I was like, you know, I don't understand. I feel violated. I feel like this guy just feels like he can walk in and do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants and just disrespect whoever he wants. Like, who does that? And now my loyal, beautiful customer won't talk to him. And I don't know if it's going to last forever, but it pushed him over the edge to think, wow, I come to this bar every day, and this guy that I claimed a friend stole money off one of my favorite bartenders and then called her a fucking retard. I don't think I want to hang out with this guy anymore. You know, like, that was his demeanor on it. And I was like, you know what, buddy? All I have to say is that just the fact that you had my back, that's all you had. Like, that was more than I needed. I just needed to see that somebody understood and went, that wasn't right. Because even my boss couldn't really see it. Like, he was like, I don't understand what happened. And I'm like, well, we'll talk about it one day. But until that day, you're not going to understand it, because you still think that this guy that everybody knows is just the greatest guy in the world. And he won't see liability over loyalty. Okay, like, because loyalty stems from day one, okay, from people who will never leave you. But then those loyal people become so lazy that they become liabilities because they think that they're allowed to do whatever they want. That entitlement kicks in, right? So I feel like whoever this person is that you're dealing with, okay, there's a liability there. What they're doing is a liability, and they're trying to get people in trouble. They're trying to reestablish their hearts because they got hurt a bit. And that's what that guy said to my boss. He said that I fucking castrated him because I asked him for money in front of his girlfriend. It was his girlfriend who paid the bill that chinsed me and that stole money from me. He said I demasculated him. I didn't demasculate anybody. I asked you for my money back. You called me a retard in front of 20 of my fucking customers. Who demasculated who here? Like, right? And then that's what he tells my boss. My boss is like, what the fuck? So right away, you know, like, kind of pisses him off. And then, like, once I explain it, I'm like, called me a retard. How did I demasculate him? I'd guess. People heard him. How am I in the wrong? I don't understand, right? So it's like, sometimes it's like people have to get put in their place. They have to. And if they don't like it, guess what? They've been trying to put you in your place forever, and it's working. It's almost like somebody's energy went so down that they treated you like the beaten dog when now they're acting like the beaten dog. Right? It's all this cry wolf. And now all of a sudden, when these people, when they meet their next match up against the wall, they're going to cry wolf and no one's going to come because they're liars. They lie about things to make other people angry and fight for them. That's bullshit. What is this, Hitler? Like who are you fucking dealing with? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, if you want to start a war, guess what? Start it on your fucking own. Don't make other people join your war and your bullshit when they don't know what they're fighting for, right? And that's what, I mean, every war was started off of. Every soldier that went to war had no idea what they were really going to war for, right? Once they got there, they figured it out, but they were lied to, right? So like, I don't even know if this is, if somebody went to the war. Like now I'm getting like, this is battlefield, you know, this is soldiers. Like this is somebody set a trap, you know, which means there could have been a mine shaft that you stepped on. There could have been a fucking bomb that went off and fucking killed you. And these people sent you off to war because they just didn't want you around. So you deserve to almost die? Like, no. Absolutely not. I'm like speechless. That just made me speechless. Like, what the fuck? Entitlement. This is what entitlement does. This is what little bratty children that grow up with entitlement fucking parents grow up to do. Honestly, they do. This person probably never got grounded in their life. They never got told off. Nobody ever fucking, you know, nobody ever gave them the 411 on anything. All they ever did was just give them presents. Here, are you okay? Here's another gift. Are you okay? Here's another gift. And you know what's funny is all these people keep getting gifts at my work, just miraculously, just gifts. And then all of a sudden yesterday, a gift came in for me, but it was a gift for the restaurant that I kind of demanded because I was like, what the fuck, you guys, we need this. And nobody ever really thought of it. So all of a sudden my Christmas gift came in, and then I made my boss hide half of them. I was like, oh, okay, I've got these ones. I'll hide these ones because people are going to take these. Okay. Like gifts are going to come in, you know, like you could have been watching a lot of shit happen around you. And then suddenly something just appears just for you because you didn't realize that you've had, you know, 4 or 5 people trying to make your life a living hell right around you, but it didn't work because it was false advertisement, right? It was a false ad to get people to work for somebody to destroy you by saying, well, I love you. Do this for me. If like somebody truly loved you, they wouldn't get you to go out and hurt somebody else because that's going to hurt you. Because guess what? If you go and you kill somebody for somebody else, you can't tell the judge that, oh, well, they got me to do it for them. You still go to jail, right? The blood is still on your hands. So that's what these people didn't realize is that it was starting to get bloody. Like we've got the 3, the 4, and then, wait, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then the 7, 8, and 10. Of wands. Like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wand cards. Okay. This person was playing with fire. And guess what? When you play with fire, expect to get burned. Right? So that's it. We're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Clearly, this person has met their match. It's one of those readings again, right? You've met your match. So therefore, now the energy can move. It can move forward because this person's been defeated because they no longer have this army behind them willing to defend every move they make, right? Because people believed that this person's heart was truly hurt when it wasn't. They just had a little fucking ego wake up and they didn't like it. So here we go. So this is it. That's the end of the reading. I hope it resonates with somebody. This war is now over. Whatever they've raged against you, you won. You won the hearts of everybody from the looks of it. And you justified everything with justice. Literally. With the scales. Like you with the Libra, like you justified it and you spoke your mind and you changed the facts that this person was trying to say. And then you got these people on your side by saying, I didn't do that. Like I'm declaring myself as this was misjustice. This was somebody was angry and they didn't even want to look at me. So then they got a whole bunch of people to try to hurt me because their little heart was hurt. Their ego was hurt. What the fuck? Like people's ego gets hurt. So then your ego goes down a bit because, sorry, but you're not born with that much. Okay. You're not that good. And that's the same with this fucking dude that I work with. Like, honestly, you think you're that good, but you're not. You know, like when you're willing to hurt other people and throw people out of the way just to get to what you want, then you're not working as a team, which means you're not as good as you think you are, right? Just because you can, like, I mean, that's the thing is like, you know, this is like any guy in bed, just because you can bang fast, what happens at the end then? You know, like you got to be able to carry it out for a little bit. You got to be, you know, like there's strategy here. And somebody they thought that if they got to the finish line first, right, that they would defeat you. But what they didn't realize is that the finish line just meant that you were done that portion of the race. It didn't matter what number you got in. And some people think that if they push people out of the way and then they kick them over and then they get in first place, that they're going to win something, when the whole point of the race was to strategize and help your team members, because you were all going to cross the finish line together. But they thought pushing everybody out of the way was going to get them first place, which was going to get them their own spot, when this was a team effort. They used people for one, so everybody was supposed to get the end. But she just took the fucking award at the end. She pushed it, which means that this person pushed people down just to get to the finish line. So she fucked over her own people that claimed she loved and that she was going to help once they helped her get somewhere. So very important reading, okay? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. And WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com for personal readings. If not, just enjoy the freeness that is this channel. Yeah, you can check out the about section too. It's got some things that I do, obviously, with personal readings. And yeah, just thank you to all the new people and for all the messages and all the comments and the hearts and everything. You guys are awesome. This channel is going to take off. I know it is. So, and I am still like, I'm not quite ready for it. I'm not quite ready for my entire life to change into tarot. So I'm like, it's okay. It's going slow. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I still got a whole bunch of other shit I got to do in my life before I can do tarot full time at home. So like, I'm definitely like waiting for it. I'm anticipating it. But at the same time, I'm like, I like things growing slow now. Like, I really anticipate, like, I really appreciate the things that happen slowly now, as opposed to happen right away and then scare the shit out of me. So anyways. Peace out. Word to your mothers.